Now back to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is complete. It's Allen. He got 29 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. In for the score. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Zerline now for the PAT. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And now here's Ross. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Leopard! Leopard!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Set! Green!
He'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 48 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Right, here we go.
Let's see if they do it anyway.
3-19.
They toss to Mixon. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He's going to get it running right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Room here to run. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Now Ross to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to fire one deep over the... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 44. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And now here's Ross. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now Ross to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup. 2
of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They get it to him running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, there's a bunch of pressure that time on 3rd down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his pass incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that'll bring up second down.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Gone, 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 gone.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to throw now on 1st down. Dumps it off to Mixon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Screen. Watch screen. Detroit. Detroit.
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. We've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's third and short.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Watch it now, Marty. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bengals getting set to go. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
He finds an opening past the 40. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Watch it now, Barney.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Bengals will get the football back. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Back there in Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll set up to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Gone!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt and in a big way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Mixon with a first down carry. And an alley to run. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I seen the best of